Hey everybody, it's Dan from The Fold, and welcome back to another episode of... Week 10 is here. I never thought I'd say that out loud. I want to take a second to thank all the little people, Lucas, Lucy, my niece and nephew, Christopher, and Charlotte. You're the littlest people I know, and so I think that's what that means. You need to thank the little people. That's not at all what that means, Dan. You are so bad at giving speeches. I do have to call out that I'm most likely going to be taking a break from doing the weekly whip next week. My little brother George, who's also in the band, is getting married, and I'm not only standing up in the wedding, I've also agreed to get ordained and be the person responsible for marrying George and Caitlin, as well as standing up as the best man. So I'll be giving quite a few speeches, and I can just feel the pimples bubbling up under my skin as I say it out loud. I hate speeches. Dr. Pimple Popper, can I be on your show? Speaking of stress, I can't stress enough how royally I screwed up the posting of Weekly Whip 9. I usually set up a premiere, which means we can live chat while it's airing, and you guys can send super chats. It's a very fun thing. We do our ceremonial clicking of the like button, and we missed out on all that. The views are down. The whole thing got screwed up. I'm sorry to Sam, who spent so long editing that episode. It just didn't get the views, and it's all my fault. So if you could all click the like button below right now, and if by some chance you're not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and get subscribed right now as well. Perhaps you have a mean older sibling who keeps unsubscribing you every time you turn your back from your device, and shame on you. So go ahead and click that subscribe button as well, and ring that bell so you never miss another notification. Take that, big brother or sister. Now, part of the fun of this weekly whip series is that it's been awesome to find out what you guys really like that I'm posting, what you guys don't really like so much that I'm posting, and some things I just didn't need to post at all, like this video.
Hey, mine flow, and everything just stands so still. We mine, glow starred. You're gonna see us mine into it. Just jump up, sprint back, crouch around and mine.
That is so good. But if we're just picking random videos that we like, can I show one more? This week, one fan asked a question of, do we accept fan mail? And it reminded me that I've never really talked about this on the Weekly Whip. We very much have a P.O. box where you can send fan mail. So if you want to kick it old school, write us at P.O. Box 244, Lombard, Illinois 60148, and just address that to The Fold. I'll be sure to get it. We like to write back to you when we can. We can't always write back, just depending on the volume or what we're up to that week. But we do love receiving them, and now I just got to remember where I put that P.O. Box key. Sock drawer. You guys, a brand new whip spun into our Ninjago universe this week. A good detective friend of mine named TEN-iss, I've talked about him a lot on here. He's like my assistant at this point. Yes, I've begun accepting fans as interns. Apply now. Well, he found this one, and he named it. So I'm just going to go with his title. He calls this one Pop Whip. I thought about calling it Piano Pop Whip, but let's face it, Pop Whip is better. And I just love it so because it just takes you on a long, windy road, and you just stop on the trail and start to look at the trees as they change color. And there's a tree, and there's another tree. That one's more green, and that one's more brown.
Stop for training and we're getting started. It's on, you know. And we want to see you whip and shout it. We rock, you roll. Monday morning and we feel defeated. So long ago, Tuesday's coming, we just keep on beating till we're in our zone. They say go slow and everything just stands so still. We say go, go, you gotta see us rip into it. Just jump up, kick back, whip around and spin, and then we'll jump back to it again. Wednesday morning and we soon discover we gotta push our game. We slept on Thursday just to get it over. The whip's a day away. And they say, go slow.
This week a fan brought up 21st Century Ninja, and I thought, even though it doesn't really have anything to do with Halloween, it is a song that has quite a cool story. So it's a song I actually started myself in the demo state, and I had been kicking around that chorus for a little while. I liked the idea of that as a title, 21st Century Ninja. So I wrote the chorus, and then I started to write the verse. And I'll play you the demo as that stood. So I sent this to George, we both liked it, the music director liked it, but we weren't really sure what the song was saying yet. So to me, there was something in that verse that sounded a lot like the artist Lorde, who was just coming out at that time. She's a female artist, Lorde, you've heard of her. 'Cause we share one mind. So I played it for George. He had no idea what I was talking about. No one else has said it before or since. So I think I'm in the clear to talk about that. But that's just something that happens when I'm writing songs. A lot of times I think something is off limits and nobody really catches the reference. I think it comes from another artist who's influenced me. No one else hears that. They just hear my voice and it's okay. I don't know what that is, but I've learned to just start to ignore it. So if you're a songwriter, ignore that troll in your head. Usually no one's ever going to call you out on something like that. It's just a voice in your head telling you you sound like someone else, and it's kind of a lie. So George and I did this thing. We brought this song to a full song status, and we brought it to our friend Marty. I don't believe I've talked about Marty on here before, but he's actually worked on quite a few songs for us. Starting in the Back to Ninjago days, he did Back to Ninjago, Enter the Tournament, 21st Century Ninja. I know he mixed Pirate Whip and some of those songs from that season. He's become one of our best friends, and it's neat to look back on this song as like one of the first things we ever did. So now we had a bangin' master, and the next step was shooting a video. And around that time, I lived next to somebody who ran his own karate martial arts thingy. I don't know. What do you call those? Martial arts dojos, things. Martial arts facility. Anyway, he had been talking about whether the Fold could lend them a song that they could do something called a live demo to, which just means they choreograph some moves and they do it to our song. And I started to think I could probably do a little better than that because this season of Ninjago is coming up and we had to write some songs. So we thought it would be cool to dedicate one music video to these martial artists and really let them make it their own. And it kind of grew into a really big thing where we were looking to give a face to Ninjago beyond the animation, and he was looking to have a kick butt song to do some choreographed martial arts moves to in a live setting. They would perform at malls, they would perform at festivals, they would do this all over. They call it a live demo, like I mentioned. And so we just thought, why not give them this song for that purpose? And in return, they would also be in our music video for 21st Century Ninja. So once again, we called our friend Aaron Green, who I talked at length about last week, and he actually started coming to their dojo with the Fold, and we would all get together and talk about, you know, what we could do. They would perform to the song, they would work out the kinks, and then we rented out a place in Chicago called the Ravenswood Recreational Center. Had this beautiful high ceiling that you see in the video, and we just kind of went nuts for a day. The Fold didn't need to be in the video, but we were there anyway, just making sure everybody had their coffee and was happy. We gave them towels, we helped make sure the costumes were up to par. And it was just an amazing, amazing experience. We wouldn't trade it for the world. I hope you guys love the video. I've been watching that show on Netflix called Cobra Kai, and it reminds me so much of those days. Just being around the dojo, seeing how much hard work goes into the moves that they're learning. So I'm gonna show a little bit from a clip that actually isn't the 21st Century Ninja video. It's a live trailer that Aaron Green put together around that time so that we could potentially tour all the Lego theme parks. This idea never panned out. There was just too much red tape. We're still very willing to do this. We want to tour the Ninjago songs with live martial artists on stage with us. That's the idea behind this video. Check it out.
Long before time had a name, Ninjago was created by the first Spinjitzu master by using the 4 weapons of Spinjitzu. The Scythe of Quakes, the Nunchucks of Lightning, the Shurikens of Ice, and the Sword of Fire. I will train you to harness it, become a Spinjitzu master.
So I thought that would be a cool little clip to show. It shows a lot of the footage from that 21st Century Ninja video, but kind of with a new spin on it, because we made it for this live tour trailer. Stuck in the 21st century. That's all my time for this week, guys. Like I said, I'll be taking a week off next week for the wedding, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Same channel, slightly different whip. See ya.